Warning, the following video contains 100% authenticity, facts and logic only, and is toxically masculine. So, if you're easily offended or you don't want to learn something new, then fuck off and go be a pussy somewhere else. As I've been out of training for a bit because of, catching COVID, even though I feel perfectly fine, I look perfectly fine, nothing's really changed, but, still, I can't go train. I've been thinking a lot about the gym, more than usual, and I mean, it's always on my mind, but right now it's just, I can't wait to go back. And that leads me to this video because, I got to thinking the other day, there are certain things that we need to be doing, obviously, as men to level up, you need to be taking care of your fitness, you need to be learning combat and always improving, right? Same with fitness, how you progress with the weight, in combat, you learn the new technique, you work on a technique, whatever. You need to be working on making money, if you got a lot of acne like me, or even if you got a little bit of dry skin or whatever, you need to be working on improving your skin, right? Just certain things that every man needs to be working on, And I came to the realization, and it's something very interesting that I want to tell you. So I believe that the most important thing that any young man can do, and the best thing they can do, is to join a fight gym, right? Join a fight gym, MMA gym, boxing gym. It's the best thing that you can do as a young man. Now, why is this, all right? There are many things about doing this that will really be able to help you change your life, right? Number one, about the skill, okay? Like, there's a reason you do things, you know what I mean? Why would you join a fight gym? Well, you join a fight gym to fight, right? Maybe you're interested in just learning, how to box, right? 1, 2. Maybe you're interested in competing one day and testing out whatever it may be, right? The point is you're there to learn how to fight, right? So you're going to be learning the, let's just call it the prime thing of men, right? Because here's the thing, guys. We live in a very civilized and a very calm and a very comfortable time period, right? But ever since the dawn of human time, everything about masculinity has all come down to this, knowing how to fight. It all comes down to knowing how to fight, guys. No matter what people say, oh, no, be calm, use words. Yes, you should avoid problems. But you need to be able to have this in case you need it. How do you think they determined who was the strongest and who was going to lead them? How do you think certain soldiers won? How do you think they got conquered, right? How do you think they settled problems? I mean, even, I've spoken with older gentlemen and they tell me what back when they were younger, when they'd have problems, they'd really, get it in, Not like today where you have all these idiots on social media saying, oh, you know what, bro? You got beef, bro? But they don't do anything, you know what I mean? Ever since the dawn of human time, masculinity has always been about this, alright, guys? Do you have the ability of this? Are you capable of violence? And how good are you? It doesn't matter if you're fat, doesn't matter if you're ugly, doesn't matter whatever. Do you have the capability of violence, right? So that's the main thing you're going to get out of the fight gym, right? Learning combat, which you might not really use in the street usually, but nonetheless, it has many benefits, alright? The second thing is your environment, Now, you're going to find, I don't know, people who have issues, people who don't really level up in other areas in life anywhere, not just in a fight gym and anywhere you go, there's never going to be, perfect people, right? Or people who you say, oh, I really like all these things about them, there's always just going to be certain things that you might dislike, or there's going to be certain people you dislike. That's fine, you're going to find those people everywhere. But in general, when you go to a fight gym, right, the level of men there is men with very high testosterone. And you want to be surrounding yourself with men with high testosterone, right? I've always said this before, you should choose to surround yourself with people who are high levels, and obviously people who are at higher levels than you, but people who you can learn things from, people who have a good impact on you, right? If you were to go, let's say, if you were out on the street, right, and you were just chilling out in the street, and then there's an issue, would you rather be with 5 guys who really know about this and who can handle themselves even though you don't want to reach that point? Or would you rather be with 5 pussies, right? That's why I've said before, men and women can't be friends. And if you're friends, what? Let's say you're out with 5 girls. Are you expected to defend them if this goes down, even though, you're not fucking them? No, right? That's another story, right? But that's the big point, right? You're surrounded with men who are pumped up of testosterone, right? And obviously, if you surround yourself with men like that, it's going to elevate your testosterone. And the third big thing that I believe is very beneficial when you join a fight gym is that you're surrounded with men chasing excellence. At least the men who wanna let's say make it a career, or who are really liking it, and they might not be sure what they want out of it, but they really like it, right? Now, at AK, I train in AK, the American Kickboxing Academy. I'm very, I wouldn't say blessed because, I mean, blessed is a religious word and I'm not religious, but I guess I could say fortunate to be able to train there, right? But I train with the recreational people, you know what I mean? Like, not with like the pro team and the amateur team. I'm working up to that. I'm not good enough to train with them right now, you know? I'm not good enough to train with them right now, yeah, but even now, like, right, like, the people that I meet, right? It's very interesting people, like I've met people who are doctors, I've met people who have good tech jobs, right? You get to meet interesting people, right? And obviously, I've met a few pro fighters as well. I've met a few amateur fighters, and they're unlike other people, right? Like the recreational people I train with who are just there to be in shape, who are just there to look good. They're there to make a career, they're there to really do something big, right? They're chasing excellence. What I always say on this channel, chase excellence, right? That's what they're there for. So, what do you have? Okay, you have men who, number one, are very excelled physically, who are in great shape, who are in much better shape than most of the population. Men who have mastered combat. Obviously, let's say it's jiu-jitsu, you got blue belts and you got black belts, but still men who know combat, right? Unlike the average man, you know, men who are pumped up with testosterone, and men who are chasing excellence. What other things would you like to have, and guys who you like to be friends with, or guys who you like to do business with? You know what I mean? I mean, sure, a lot of fighters are poor, right? Maybe you like friends who are ambitious or whatever, but you get the point, right? These are four very valuable traits in any man that you can find, and you'll all find them there in fight gyms, right? This is why I say, and I believe, joining a fight gym is the best thing any young man can do. It will really change your life, especially nowadays. And this is why I'm making this video, Not a day goes by where I don't. My apologies, guys. The camera cut off. I'm not sure why. But as I was just gonna say at the end, not a day goes by where I don't see some crazy shit about, oh, how masculinity is bad, or real men do this, or, all this fucking bullshit you see nowadays about, you know, the problems, right? Because, like, I mean, you see it all over the West, right? People trying to emasculate men, and make men feminine and all this shit. So, especially here in California where I am, it's very evident. So, now more than ever, it's important for you guys, especially you, the younger guys, to understand that masculinity is healthy, that you need to embrace certain things that will make you masculine, and you need to be chasing excellence, right? Said before, your life is basically, the result of all the choices that you took. You could be one or two choices away from making your life a disaster. Let's say you're 18, right? You get a girl pregnant and you go to jail, something like that, right? That's a terrible thing, right? Or you could be a couple decisions away, and you're building something up and you're just leveling up constantly, right, guys? So yeah, join a fight gym, okay? I don't care if you've never taken a punch in your life, or if you grew up in the streets. If you grew up in the streets, you'll obviously be a lot more comfortable with it. But join a fight gym, alright, guys? It will literally be the best thing that you can do as a young man. Might it be tense? Yeah, sure, You're gonna meet people who are very skilled there. You're gonna meet people who are really good, you know what I mean? But don't be afraid, Everybody started somewhere, right? If that's what's holding you back from being interested in joining a fight gym, you're making a mistake, right, guys? You know, you're all there to learn. You're all there to level up. Eventually, you're gonna be good enough to where, you find it easier in sparring, right? And you can get the better of certain people, right? You're learning a lot. But there's nothing but good things that you can learn from there. Alright, guys. Join a fight gym, learn, and then thank me later. Ay, ve. La cuesta también.